Good morning, everyone. So today is going to be focused on doing some full body joint mobility specific to my basketball players. We are going to get into our shin box position. So in shin box, we are making a box with our shins, or this is also called a 90-90 position. The leg that is bent in front, that your chest kind of naturally opens up to, that side leg, we're going to place our hand on the floor. I want to kind of spiral that elbow outward, feeling your chest open up and lift to the ceiling. And we're going to maintain this position, and we're going to start with some gentle hip mobility on the back leg. Opening up that knee, we're simply seeing how high can you lift the knee up to the ceiling slowly on your exhale. Inhale, we're bringing that knee back to the floor. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you lift, nice and slow. We're going to do 5 up to 10 reps per side. Each one, we're seeing if we can lift a little bit higher without force and without pain. On the last one, I want to lift and open. I want to imagine that we have a piece of string attached from the inside of one knee to the inside of the other knee, so that as you lift, once you get to that maximum lift, imagine that that string has gotten really tight. And you're going to place your opposite hand down, and you're going to let that string pick up the other knee. Keep that string taut by keeping the knees open and away from each other, and we're going to transition across to the other side. Once we're on the other side, that outside hand is coming down, spiraling the elbow out to open up the chest, and doing the same thing on the opposite side for 5 to 10 reps. Good place to notice if there's a difference in how much you can open up your left hip in comparison to your right hip. Does one side feel tighter or more restricted than the other? Once we've done 5 to 10 reps on both sides, we're going to open up that knee till we feel that string nice and taut, and then let that pick up the other knee as we come back across to the other side. Once we're on the other side, again, spiraling that elbow outward so that we feel our chest and sternum lift up to the ceiling. And now we're going to roll our back hip over the top of the front hip. So I'm simply letting this hip reach over the top. I want to scoop my pelvis a little bit to see if we can feel some stretch in the front of the hip, and then allowing that hip to come back down towards the floor. We're going to exhale as we scoop, feeling into that stretch. Inhale as you let your hips soften. Again, we're doing this for 5 to 10 reps. With each one, we're seeing if we can scoop into it a little bit further. Can you feel a little bit more stretch through the front of the hip? I want to avoid turning from the chest. I don't want to rotate my chest. I want to keep my chest forward as I scoop. After 5 to 10, we're going to do a floss across again, opening up that hip, feeling that string get nice and taut. Other hand comes down as we open, trying to keep that string as taut by keeping the legs spread apart until we get all the way across to the other side. And then we're doing the same thing, spiraling the elbow out, open chest to the ceiling, moving that hip over the top, scooping into it as we exhale. Inhale as we let the hip soften back up. Again, notice if this side is tighter or if one side is tighter than the other side. Once we've done 5 to 10, we're going to thread across or floss across to the other side. Open, open, open. Feel that tension in the string as we bring it across. Now when we bring it across, we're going to do the same movement of rolling that hip and scooping, but now we're going to add into it. I want to imagine that we got a piece of bread and we want to share our bread with our buddy off in the corner. As I'm scooping that pelvis, I'm kind of pushing into the knee where the knee is on the floor. I want to kind of drive into that knee as I reach my fingers as far as I can. See if you can feel that stretch through the front of the hip and a little bit into your low back as you rotate. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you bring it all the way back, allowing that hip to soften back down. Exhale as we scoop and reach. After 5 to 10 reps, we're going to come back and floss our leg through again. Open as much as you can until you feel that string get taut, pulls the other leg across, and then doing the same thing on the other side. Rounded palm, spiral that elbow out, open up the chest. As we exhale, pushing into that back knee to feel the hip scoop over the top of the other hip. And then adding in nice reach and rotation. Again, we're feeling this through the front of the hip, into the low back, and noticing if it's tighter on one side compared to the other. Do you have more range of motion moving in this direction or in the other direction? After 5 to 10, we're going to floss through again. Open, open, open. Really feel those knees stay spread apart as we move from one side to the other. But now we're going to get into our folds. My knee that is forward facing, again, the side that my chest naturally turns to. We're going to reach with both hands through that knee, reaching as far as you can, trying to keep your fingers even. I don't want one hand reaching further forward than the other. See if you can reach the hands forward as you exhale. Inhale, we're coming all the way back up. Exhale, we're reaching as far as we can, keeping the fingers even. We'll do this for 3 to 5 reps. After 3 to 5 reps, we're going to do a different transition from one side to the other. I call this a thread through. We're going to lift up our back leg, spiral it all the way forward, thread it underneath the front leg, lift the front leg, and we're gonna spiral it back so that it is now in the back position. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Reaching through both hands evenly as we exhale. Inhale as we come all the way back up. Again, 3 to 5 reps. After 3 to 5, we're going to do our thread through back again. Again, opening up that back leg, spiraling it, threading it underneath the front leg, and then lifting, opening, and spiraling the back leg back. Now we're going to do the same reach forward, but we're going to add a little bit to our back leg as we reach. So now as we reach, I want to continue to reach with both hands even. But at the same time that you're reaching, we're sliding our back leg back. We don't have to slide it back a whole lot on the first rep. With each rep, we're gonna see if we can reach a little further. So nice inhale to start. Exhale as you reach your hands, and at the same time, reaching back like you're trying to slide your toes towards the wall behind. You're seeing how long can you get from fingertip to toe tip on the exhale. Inhale, we're bringing it all the way back up, pulling the leg back in. We're going to do this for 3 to 5 reps. With each one, see if you can reach that back leg a little bit further.